if 5x minus 3 is equal to 4x minus 7, what is the value? 6x. Okay, this is a linear equation. All right, JAMB sets such question to make students confused. And remember, this is CBT. When you sit on CBT, your mind is always cutting. Can I solve this question within 60 seconds? These are the kind of question you are asking yourself. So the kind of tension you are on it when you are into JAMB exam is different when you're writing an essay exam. So in solving JAMB CBT exam, you need to prepare very well. So in this video, I will handle all the difficulties that you find challenging when solving mathematics. So the question here says 5x minus 3 is equal to 4x minus 7. All right, what is the value? 6x. So if you look at the option given from JAMB, you have 24, you have 6, you have 4, and you have minus 24. So now maybe you can just solve this question here. At the end of the day, some people will just go ahead to choose either 6 or 4. So here in solving this, you need to keep some sign and everything at the back of your mind. This is a linear equation. So in solving linear equation, this is how you solve linear equation. We have, so any question you have, there must be a solution to it. So now let's write out the question. 5x minus 3 is equal to 4x minus 7. So this is a very straightforward equation. So in solving this kind of equation, there are a few things that you can keep at the back of your mind. Okay, here we have x, we have 4x, and we have 5x. So there is one thing I tell my students: when you have constant and you have variables, constants are numbers written without alphabet, while variables are numbers with an alphabet. So these are variables. 5x and 4x are variables. So separate variables one side and keep constants one side. With that, you should be able to handle everything with ease. All right. So here I will try to put, so I'll call the ones with alphabets. Let me call them Nigerians, and I'll call the one without alphabet Ghana. So I will group Ghanans from their country, and I will group Nigerians from their country. So in grouping those people in their various destinations, you don't need to have a specific place you will keep Nigerians or you keep Ghanaian people. The only thing is you keep the language which they speak. What is the language here I'm talking about? The language is the sign attached to those people. So here, if you look at it, you see that 3 have minus 3, and we have minus 7. So 5x and 4x are positive. So when trying to move somebody to a different, like now if you try to move a Nigerian person from Ghana back to Nigerian, if the person was speaking Ghanaian before, the person will now speak Nigerian language. Okay, so if let me put it in a mathematical way now. If in Nigeria now, if you want to move 7 is have minus sign. So if you want to take 7 to this other side of the equation, this minus sign will change to plus. But if here it was plus, it will change to minus. So let's start. So now say collecting like tens. So now I'll put the one with alphabet, which is the one with x one side. I'll put the one without x one side. I'll just decide any side. So I decide to keep the one with x, a number written with x, for my left hand side. So I will now have 5x. So now I'll move this 4x to come to my left hand side. It will cross this inequality sign, this equal sign here. This 4 will cross it. But it was having any number written without sign, it is having plus sign. All right, any number that is not having sign, which means it's positive, is plus. So Since I'm moving for x to cross this inequality sign, the sign will now change to minus 4x. I will now write my sign. I will take 3 to left hand side, but before that I will now write 7. Okay, I'll write 7 minus 7 because that is what from 7 was in the right hand side before. So I will now move this minus 3, but since it's having minus sign, this crossing this equality sign change to plus 3. Okay, so with this I'll now have 5x minus 4x. That will give me x. It will give me 1x, but there is no need of saying 1x. 1x is the same thing as x. 1 Solomon is Solomon. Okay, 1 Prosper is Prosper. 1 Odue is Odue. Alright, so you don't need to stress yourself saying 1 Odue. It's just Odue. Alright, so I'll now say equal to minus 7 plus 3. You know, in mathematics, if you have minus sign like this, that is, in mathematics, what is minus is what you don't have, is what belongs to somebody. So assuming you are owing somebody 7 properties and you own your own 3 properties, you are trying to balance that person, you will still be owing that person 4 properties. That is, this show that this does not belong to you, which is minus 7 is not yours, but 3 is yours. So when you have 3 and you are owing somebody 7, this will give you minus 4. Okay, so but you're not done. The now question now say, what is the value 6x? What is the value 6x? Which means since you now know the value of x, where you see x, you insert the value. Since x is equal to minus 4, wherever you see x, you can see write minus 4. They are the same thing. If I'm equal to you, which means you're equal to me, so the same thing. So where you see mean, you're going to write the same u. Okay, so here we now have that 6x, 6 bracket open minus 4, right? Because since x is equal to minus 4, and this will give me 6 times minus 4, that will give you minus 24. Okay, so looking at the option you have here, what is going to be the answer? D is your answer. So this is how to tackle such questions. Okay, so now we'll move to indices. Okay, so move to the next question, which is indices. So hold on, but if you have not subscribed to my channel and like and share, please do that now before we continue.